good. You see, I can't possibly fight the fellow now. Explain that to him, will you? So tell him I'll meet him tomorrow. Senores, your attention, please. I'm buying wine for all. Come on, it's your last chance to fill up on me. Last chance? What do you mean? Well, my father has ordered me home. The commandant just told me. I sail on the first ship from Lisbon.
To California? But what about your commission here?
I'll have to give that up.
What's it like in California? Are the Indians troublesome?
No.
Then who is there to fight?
No one.
Then what will you do with this spur of yours, my cockerel?
This. Leave it there. And when you see it, think of me. In a land of gentle missions, happy peons, sleepy caballeros, and everlasting boredom. Wine. A toast, senores. To California, where a man can only marry, raise fat children, and watch his vineyards grow. How are the vineyards? Are they bearing well this season?
By some miracle, the grapes remain sweet.
Why so gloomy, my friend?
People cannot sing with hatred in their hearts, senor.
Hatred for whom?
The alcalde. May his soul burn in hell.
The alcalde. A kinder, better man never lived.
You don't know him, senor.
I should know him. He's my father.
Well, I said it and I won't deny it. I've taken 20 lashes before for a slip of the tongue.
Row, get me to shore. Buenos dias, senor. Buenos dias.
I'm honored. How can I serve you?
A glass of your best wine.
Si, senor.
Pero si mi bien te digo y te lo puedo jurar, mientras Dios me dé licencia te de querer y te de amar.
You are a stranger in these parts, senor?
No, not exactly. I was born and raised not far from here. I'm the son of the alcalde. Where can I get a carriage to drive me to Los Angeles? Well, wake up! Didn't you hear me?
Si, senor. Si, senor. This way.
Pedro! Here's a caballero with employo. He's the son of His Excellency, the alcalde. I want to be driven to Los Angeles. I have some boxes and a portmanteau on the wharf. I'll pay you well. Well, stop staring at me. Will you drive me or not? What's come over this country? Have you all gone mad? Listen, you. Fine speech or I'll cut out your tongue.
Gee, you are too late, senor. Your good father has already attended to that.
Father, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, senor, but at a meeting of the peons, this man spoke against the heavy Texas. The next day, the soldiers of His Excellency cut out his tongue. I swear it is true.
Until we receive the reinforcements from others. Yeah. Huh? People can still laugh in California. I began to think they'd lost the habit.
Your name, senor?
He claims to be the son of Alcalde.
I claim nothing. I am Diego Vega, son of His Excellency Don Alejandro. And this, although I find it greatly changed, is my home.
Sure, pardon, Don Diego. I've not heard of your returning. Welcome to California. I'm Capitan Esteban Pascual, military aide to the alcalde.
I'm honored, Capitan, but bewildered. Tell me, why has my father turned his home into a barracks?
Conditions have changed since you left, Don Diego. Your father resigned. Age, you know. Since then, the peons become more industrious. As to the caballeros, they're encouraged to think of their own affairs. We take care of the government.
I see. I see. Tell me, who holds the office now?
Luis Basilio Quintero. I'll take you to him.
Oh, thank you, but I should like to see my family as quickly as possible. Where are they living?
At your old hacienda. But His Excellency will never forgive me if I let you go without a word of welcome from him. I'm quite sure that you'll save me a reprimand.
How could I refuse a man anything with a naked sword in his hand?
Ha ha! So a wit has come to Los Angeles. Carry out your orders, Sergeant.
See, the captain.
It's a foolish habit of mine. Some men play with a glove or a monocle or a snuff box. Churchmen finger their beads. I toy with a sword. Do you fancy the weapon?
Oh, I know very little about it, my dear Capitan. Swordplay is such a violent business.
So this is the bird that killed the black-breasted red, eh?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Was it a bloody battle?
At the side of the pit, all the people were covered with blood.
Pity I missed it. What are you asking for him?
No, this is a noble bird, well tested. I'm asking 40 pesos for him, Excellency.
40 pesos? Esteban, this cheating dog should have his taxes raised.
Oh, no, Your Excellency. The bird is yours as a gift. Not 1 centavo will it cost you.
That's a better attitude. Much better. Turn him over to my handlers.
Senor.
And what caballero is this? Or is he some young lord from Spain?
A good guess, Excellency. He's just from Spain. This is Don Diego Vega, son of your respected predecessor.
Ah, I thought such fabric came from Madrid. Must have cost you plenty, eh?
The caballero is here for some words of welcome, not to discuss the price of his clothes, Excellency.
Of course, to be sure. Welcome back, young sir. Regard this house as still your home.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Luis, a ship has arrived from Spain. The shops will have something worth looking at last. I need...
Money. It's always money.
Luis, I don't know this caballero.
He's just off your precious ship from Spain.
How delightful. Well, what if you ill-mannered boors present him?
Don Diego Vega, Senora Inés de Quintero.
My wife, senor.
Senora, Your Excellency is a very fortunate man.
I'm not so sure. She thinks pesos grow on mulberry trees.
Your husband was also fascinated by the caballero's clothes. Your pardon, senor, were overwhelmed by the latest fashions.
And no wonder. What is there here to interest a woman? I long for the life you've been leading, senor. The gaiety and splendor of Madrid, and the court.
Have patience, my love. You'll see it all someday.
Doubtless, when I'm an old hag.
That catastrophe could never overtake you, Senora.
Oh, did you hear? How easily he makes pretty speeches.
I regret, Senora, that...
You were saying, Don Diego?
Oh, yes, I was saying that I must tear myself away and make some speeches to my father and mother.
Oh, don't leave me to these barbarians. Come to the shops with me and help me make my selections.
No, you tempt me, Senora. I love the shimmer of satin and silk, the matching of one delicate shade against the other. Then there's the choosing of scents and lotions. Attar of rose, carnation, crushed lily, and musk. As for ornaments and jewels...
But my love, Don Diego must see his parents.
Too true. Duty rather than pleasure. Excellency, Capitan, Senora.
I'll see you to the door.
That's one little peacock that won't give us any trouble.
You think not?
The Capitan is jealous. The fop has pricked the fencing master. Touché. I don't like such jests. Your eye might fail you.
It's possible.
Who is that? Oh, no one you know. Someone new, very charming. Well, he must be, from the color in your cheeks and the look in your eyes. At last. After all spent months in this dreary place. Someone who knows the newest fashions, the latest dances, how to flatter a woman. When can I meet him? Listen to the child. You're much too young to cope with his sort. Why do you allow her to wear that mantilla? It's much too old for her. It makes her look like a woman grown. I am a woman grown. I'll be 18 my next birthday. Carmen Castellano is a month younger and already wed. Carmen Castellano. Her grandmother was a peon. Such riff-raff wed when they like. You have the blood of the Hidalgos in your veins. Keep it cool, my girl, or I'll whisk you into a convent.
I pity your poor mount, Sergeant. Such a heavy whip.
Do you think I'd strike a good mare with this? It could ruin her, break her spirit. See? She didn't flick an ear. She knows. We are collecting taxes from the peons today.
And you use that little switch on the taxpayers?
Only when they're stubborn.
When you come to collect my taxes, Sergeant, I will be stubborn, I promise you. Turn right in here, driver.
Adios, senor.
Adios. Oh, Mother.
My son, my baby.
Hello, Maria.
Dieguito, qué gusto tengo de ver.
A good old one, fat as ever. Hello, Manuel. Si Jose. Where's Father?
In the study with Fray Felipe. Come, he's longing to see you. Take Don Diego's things to his room.
Si, senor.
I tell you, these conditions are beyond bearing. This whole district, from the hills of Verdugo to the shores of Del Rey, is a stench in the nostrils of heaven.
I know.
You know, yes. But what do you do about it? Nothing.
What can... Diego!
Oh, Father.
Diego! My boy.
Padre.
Welcome back to your home in my heart, Diego.
Oh, Padre, I've missed your wise counsel.
Not too greatly, I suspect. You remember Don Miguel and Don Jose?
Senores, have you returned to steal more melons?
Melons?
This scamp and my scapegrace son crept into my garden and gorged themselves on my sea melons one year. Oh, but God punished us, Don Miguel. We were visited by the father of all bellyache.
But he's ripe for more than boys' pranks now, Alejandro. I feel good muscle here.
Arms, muscle, you men. Madre de Dios. Is he without a face? Can't you see he's even better looking than when he left?
Oh, Mother. You should have seen me when I approached the Spanish throne for the first time. They said I looked like a frightened gopher.
More like a young angel, I'm sure.
An angel. That's what we need in California now. An angel with a flaming sword.
Please don't start that. He didn't come home to get himself killed.
Hold your tongue, Isabel. Go to your women. Leave my son to me. Sit down, Diego.
What is all this, Father?
Well, I am no longer alcalde. In my place is a
In
man...
his place sits a viper. So foul and so black. Ought to be alone with him for 5 minutes. 5 little minutes. Long enough to tear his windpipe out of his throat. God forgive me.
But why did you resign in the first place, Father?
Resign. I was forced out of office. They threatened to burn the homes of the peons.
And now he sits here doing nothing. When he should...
Enough, Felipe. Enough. The friar urges me to lead the caballeros in a revolt, which would surely fail against a garrison of trained soldiers. Even if I thought it would succeed, I'd refuse just the same.
But why, Father?
Because the law is the law, my son. I will not rebel against the government I served for 30 years.
But that government is now vile and corrupt.
I know. But 2 wrongs don't make a right, and never will.
That is my feeling also.
Sometimes one must fight fire with fire.
I am a beggar. I will not follow in the lawless footsteps of Luis Quintero. Nor will my son.
No, of course not, Father. Oh, by the way, I went directly from the ship to our old home. I met Senor Quintero and his charming wife. I found them very pleasant and agreeable.
Pleasant scorpions, agreeable rattlesnakes.
Oh, Padre. Well, the alcalde spoke with great respect of you, Father.
Well, I must admit he hasn't troubled me or my flocks so far.
Well, that being the case, why get overly excited in this heat? I know I'm going to miss the scented breezes of Spain.
Then you believe that we should not be moved by injustice and cruelty until it touches us?
But, my dear Padre, such things exist in the world and always will. By the way, I took up sleight of hand while I was in Madrid. It's all the rage just now. Watch closely.
To think that the boy that I helped to raise, the boy that I taught to hold a firm wrist behind a true point, has turned into a puppy. Ah!
How vexatious. Well, I must go and remove the dust of travel. Adios, senores. I'll see you later, Father.
I don't understand why you insist on this stupid drive. And without an escort.
I have my reasons.
Suppose you share them with me.
Look, gold. An agent of the Bank of Madrid is meeting us in a quiet inn. This goes to Spain. For us, my love, for us.
I see. How stupid of me. A military guard would...
Let our friend Esteban know about this little transaction.
And of course he would have claimed his share.
I'm afraid so.
Don't move if you want to live.
A bandit.
I have distressing news for your excellency. I had a small drinking bout with the agent of the Bank of Madrid. While in his cups, the fellow was somewhat indiscreet. A drunken man is untrustworthy, excellency. I will act for him. Hand it over. And now, senora, that little trinket.
You'd rob a woman?
I can't afford gallantries.
I refuse. You dare not take it.
Quickly, senora, I should hate to mark such a lovely cheek. This time, excellency, I take only your money. Next time... Adios.
Zorro.
Nice quiet study, Your Excellency. I like a quiet room. Very quiet.
What do you want?
A little talk with you, that's all. If we come to an understanding. Do you think the climate in Spain will agree with you?
Why do you ask?
Because you're either going there or to some place that you might not like so well. Which will it be?
Spain?
It's a very wise choice. Now to the matter of your successor. What do you think of Don Alejandro Vega? He's had experience.
What does it matter to me?
Nothing. But to the people of this district, a great deal. Now, when you resign, you will appoint Don Alejandro as your successor.
As you wish.
This will remind you that I've been here once and can return. Close your eyes.
What are you going to do? What's that?
That's the point of my sword against your throat. Don't move and don't utter a sound until I take it away.
Oh, what if I faint?
You won't. What's this? Are you trying to commit suicide? Speak up! What's the matter?
Esteban. Esteban, he was here.
Who was here?
Zorro.
Ridiculous. Your fears have battered your brain.
I tell you, he was here in this very room.
Hey! Anybody pass by this way?
No, mi Capitan.
Has anyone entered this room?
His Excellency and yourself.
Anyone else?
No, mi Capitan.
You need any more proof? Let's fall asleep and breathe it. Did I dream that? Sergeant! Get there! Turn on the guard! Zorro is someone on the grounds. Find him!
Say, mi Capitan.
I still can't believe the fellow was here.
If you sat here with the sword at your throat, perhaps you'd believe it.
Well, how on earth did he get it?
That's what I'd like to know. And it's your business to find out.
Well, what did he say?
Oh, he wants me in Spain and Vega in my place.
Vega. Now we have something. This Zorro is a caballero. An ordinary brigand wouldn't concern himself with Vega.
Well, whatever he is, it would save you right if I did go to Spain.
And give up 50,000 pesos a year.
I can't collect it if I'm dead. And you get a third for protecting me. But what protection? You can't keep even one mad dog off my neck.
Can't I? I'll find him, I promise you. In the meantime, I'll put a solid wall of men around this house, night and day. I can't afford to lose you, my dear Luis.
No, you can't. You're picking Zen if anything happens to me.
That's exactly what I meant. Excellency.
Blessed Mother, send someone to take me from this dreary place. Someone I can love and respect. Let him be kind and brave. And handsome, please, dear Mother. I didn't see you when I came in.
I'm not Fray Ramon. I'm Fray Pablo from the mission. I've just been spending the evening with Fray Ramon.
Father, I was asking the Holy Mother to save me from a convent. Is that a sin?
The sin, I think, would be in sending you to one.
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, a young girl with your, I just think that you would probably be more useful outside a convent than in.
You mean serving God?
Yes, yes, of course, in a way.
In what way, Father?
Well, the church must have sons and daughters, you know. she is to flourish. You follow me?
Well, I think so. You mean that I might marry him?
Yes, exactly. Strong sons and fine daughters to the glory of God.
I was praying just now for a husband.
You were? Fine. I mean, it's quite natural at your age, my child.
Yes, but it's not natural for a girl of my age to long for a husband to rescue her.
From what?
Father, will you sit here and talk to me for a little while? I'm troubled, deeply. I want to leave this lonely place. I want to meet young people, girls of my own age. No one ever comes here. The caballeros avoid this place like the pest house.
Why?
They hate my Uncle Luis. You know, I feel that there's something wrong about him. Decidedly wrong. What do you think?
Well, people hate him, as you say. You have your answer there.
Well, I was right. Perhaps I should be glad my Auntie Inez is sending me to a convent.
Well, no, don't be glad about that. I mean, probably your aunt feels that atmosphere is better for a young girl, but I'm convinced that...
Oh, Inez! Oh, no, that's not why she's sending me.
No?
No. Maria says she's jealous. She says it's because I'm good looking.
Maria has excellent eyesight.
Thank you, Father, but are you sure? No one except Maria ever says I'm pretty.
Pretty? Now you're more radiant, more lovely than a morning in June.
You really think that?
With all my heart.
I've never heard such words before. They make me almost lose my breath.
You should hear such words every hour of the day.
You're not in the least like Fra Ramon. Talk so strangely. You're not a padre. You're an imposter. You're wearing a sword. Rita will be looking everywhere for you. Zorro just broke into the house and threatened your uncle. They think he's still hiding somewhere close by. Come along. Oh, lock the doors after we leave, Fra Ramon. The beast may try to rob the altar. Good night, Padre.
3 pesos.
3 pesos. Joaquín Valdés.
3 pesos.
Manuel Villa. Sí, señor.
4 pesos.
4 pesos. Sí, señor. Sebastián Moreno.
9 pesos.
Senor, I cannot pay so much. I swear to leave me without a centavo.
9 pesos.
But, senor, we will starve. How can I feed my family?
9 pesos.
Senor, please, I beg of you, my little girl. No.
That's all. I'll relieve you of that, Sergeant. I'll take that. Get back.
Hear our prayer. And drive far away from it all the snares of the enemy. And let thy holy angels dwell therein to keep us at peace. May thy blessings be upon us always. Amen. Benedictio Dei Omnipotentus, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, descendat super vos, et maneat semper.
Amen.
Good evening, Padre. It was so dull at home, I remembered that you played a fair game of chess, so I took the liberty of riding over and setting up the men.
Diego, what's the meaning of this? How dare you?
We are after the bandit Zorro, who saw him right over the mission.
Good evening, Sergeant.
Good evening, senor.
Zorro, you say? What's he done now?
Enough to get himself hanged. Have you seen him?
I have only this moment left the chapel.
How long have you been here, senor?
Some little time. Seems like hours. I've been waiting to play chess with a good padre. It's a dull game, but what can one do?
You've seen or heard nothing?
Of Zorro? Oh, heaven spare me. My blood chills at the thought.
Out of here! Search the gun!
What's disturbing you, Padre? Thoughts of that bandit?
Puppy.
Oh, my dear Padre, really?
When I think of what one man single-handed has accomplished against these devils, and see you, the last of the beggars, trembling at the very mention of his name, why, but can't you even listen to what I'm saying?
Ordinarily, I'd drink in every word you say, Padre, but just now. Thank you, Mother. Quick, hide this plunder.
Plunder?
Don't stand there gaping at me like a fish. Put it away.
What is this?
It's some of the alcalde's gold. Oh, and this I took from his charming wife. It's pretty, don't you think?
You took it.
Have you seen this one, Padre?
Zorro.
So my old mentor has no more wit than the rest of them, huh?
Are you trying to make me the receiver of stolen goods?
No, Padre. The dispenser. This gold was wrung from the peons. It's up to us to restore it to them.
My boy. My boy. My Diego.
Padre.
Then you will lead your people against these scorpions.
No. No, we'd be no match for a garrison of trained troops. My father was right about that.
But you must have had the alcalde at your mercy when you took the gold and the necklace from him. I would have snuffed him out like a candle. God forgive me.
It would accomplish nothing. Another just like him would take his place.
I see. I see everything. Diego, don't deceive your father any longer. It's not fair to him.
I don't like doing it, Padre, believe me. But I must. My father's such a stickler for law and order that I'm afraid he might spoil all the fun.
But what can you hope to achieve all alone? Taking his money?
Oh, no. But I may be able to persuade him to resign and name my father in his place. Amusing, don't you think?
If you live.
Doña Inés begs you to make yourself comfortable, senor. She'll be down shortly.
Thank you.
Oh, what's this? What's this?
Don Diego Vega.
Oh, yes, Don Diego. Well, what can I do for you?
Have you forgotten, Excellency, that you urged me to regard this house as still my home?
Oh, did I?
It's very good of you to remember His Excellency's offer, but didn't you have some trouble getting in?
Oh, no.
No, I had a note from Doña Inez asking me to ride with her this morning, and I just showed it to the sentries.
Excellent, excellent. Come into my study till my wife appears. It's been a Steban's privilege to ride with her each morning.
Excellency, tell me, why is this house so closely guarded? I swear I saw full company around it.
I wish there were twice as many.
Their clatter would drive me to distraction.
I find it reassuring. Let me show you something, young man. Look.
Madre de Dios. The Mark of Zorro.
Mm-hmm. He came here one night. He threatened my life and left that.
I should be petrified. He's mad, of course. Quite mad.
You think so?
Oh, of course. There was a case in Madrid, almost identical. This fellow's mark was a cross. He was a madman. Cunning beyond belief. They always are. He killed 40 people. Slit their throats from ear to ear. Warned them first, you know, and then...
Santa Maria.
Oh, it's a pity your sense of duty keeps you here, Excellency. Frightful risk.
Sense of duty. Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Oh, I'm so sorry to get you, Don Diego. Esteban was sturdy about how to ride. I'd promised the morning to him, it seems.
Senora, your invitation was like a smile from heaven. I was positively suffocating with boredom.
Well, then let's fly. I'm dying for a canter. Oh, goodbye, Luis. Don't work too hard.
Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, goodbye. Esteban, that young Vega just told me a horrible tale about a madman in Madrid. Like this Zorro. He thinks I'm running a great risk by staying here.
Oh, forget your fears for a moment. I have a plan.
Yes? What is it?
Don Alejandro Vega is the natural leader of the Caballeros. The Zorro wants you to appoint him in your place. What do you gather from that?
Go on, go on.
Doesn't it suggest to you that Zorro is the tool of Don Alejandro and the Caballeros?
Perhaps, but how can we prove it?
We can at least help the situation.
How?
Form an alliance with Don Alejandro.
That's impossible. You know Vega's attitude.
Perfectly. But Lolita should have a husband. What could be stronger than a matrimonial alliance? Royal families keep the peace of Europe in bridal beds.
Diego and Lolita. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, Diego. Talking with you is like like a drink of cool water in the desert.
Oh, it's a pity.
What, Diego?
No, I mustn't make you discontented.
Oh, please. What were you thinking?
I was just thinking how you're being wasted here. Your beauty, your gift for words, your perfect poise. You were born for something higher, something more civilized than this provincial life you're leading.
I know. May I tell you something, Diego?
Anything.
Yes, of course I may. I felt from the moment we met that we... Diego, Esteban was urging me to leave my husband and go to Spain with him.
Oh, but my dear, no.
But I'm dying here.
Well, go to Spain, but not with Esteban.
With whom then, Diego?
With your husband.
My husband? What a romantic, beautiful Spain with Luis.
But let me explain. As the wife of the one-time alcalde of Los Angeles, you'd be received at court. But as the companion of a second-rate soldier of fortune, you'd be completely ostracized.
Oh, I see. But Luis at court, imagine.
But, my dear, in Spain, the husbands of adorable ladies are merely background.
And I'd be lost among so many.
Not you. You need only one friend to introduce you into the proper circles.
But I have no such friend in Madrid.
Who knows? I don't intend to remain in California forever.
Oh, Diego.
What you suggest, senor, is utterly impossible.
I'll give the girl a dowry of 20,000 pesos.
No.
25,000.
Are you buying my son, Senor Quintero?
There's always the practical side to consider.
It doesn't enter into this. You come here in broad daylight on a friendly mission with half a company of troops. Why?
Not to threaten you, Don Alejandro. It's because of this Zorro fellow.
Zorro is only a symptom. This whole district is bleeding raw under your fine administration. I would never appear to condone it by a marriage between our families.
In that case, the friendly attitude I've taken towards you will cease.
Buenas tardes, Excellency.
Oh.
What is all this fatiguing turmoil about?
His Excellency has offered a marriage between his niece, Lolita, and you, Diego.
His niece? How flattering. But why should that cause an argument on a hot day like this?
Do I have to explain?
Your father resents my efforts to make the people of the district more, industrious than under his regime.
Grinding the taxpayers into poverty and despair to line your own pockets is hardly making the district...
Oh, politics, politics. What have they to do with my marriage?
You'd marry into the family of this...
Well, how can I tell until I've seen her? She may look like her uncle.
Quite right. Oh, no, Diego. She's a sweet little dove. It would desolate us to have her leave the nest.
If she were Venus, she'd still be his niece.
But after all, Father, I'm not marrying His Excellency.
Oh.
Diego. But, Diego, don't you think the wishes of your father in this sort of matter should be considered?
But, Mother dear, I had no say in my father's marriage. Why should he try to instruct me in mine?
Exactly. Will you dine with us tonight, Diego?
Charmed.
We'll expect you at 8 o'clock. Adios, senora.
Diego, what have you done?
Oh, it'll be all right, Mother. No matter what you think now, please don't worry.
This was your doing, you sly beast. You gave Luis the idea of this marriage.
An alliance for the good of the state, my dear. It's been fashionable since the dawn of history.
Oh, Maria, my niece, is she? Yes, that is natural. Shall I bow or give her my hand to kiss?
Oh, first the hand, then the bow. It's 20 minutes past the hour. What can be keeping him?
Don Diego Vega.
Well. Here you are at last.
Excellency.
I was afraid that you might have been waylaid by that Zorro fellow.
Oh, heaven spare me, Senora. I'm dazzled.
And here's our little dove, Lolita.
I am honored, Senor.
Charmed, I'm sure.
May I present Senora Maria de Lopez?
Senora.
Senor.
You'll forgive me for being late, Senora. They heated the water for my bath too early. It was positively tepid. By the time more was carried and properly scented, life can be trying, don't you think?
Yes.
Oh, pray. Courage.
Well, shall we dine? Come, Diego.
His bath was tepid. Poor Lolita. I'm afraid her wedded life will be the same.
Please do that again.
As you wish. Observe first. Go on.
Amazing.
Quite so. Have you seen this one?
No.
Now observe very closely.
Oh, frightfully amusing.
Yes, I did this one for His Majesty.
Oh, it must be heavenly at court.
It's the one bearable spot on earth, my dear. Oh, speaking of that Zorro, Excellency, could you provide me with an escort home?
Certainly.
On the way here, I fancied that cutthroat lurking in every shadow. I was positively unnerved.
How distressing.
Apparently, you don't approve of my request, Senorita.
You called our hero a cutthroat.
Santa Maria, have you met the fellow?
I've never so much as seen his face. I happen to admire courage.
Dashing about with a cutlass is quite out of fashion. Hasn't been done since the Middle Ages.
It seems to be quite effective. He's like a lion among a lot of frightened sheep.
A madman, that's what he is. A madman.
Undoubtedly. Capitan, you seem to regard that poor fruit as an enemy. A rival.
My dear, Esteban is forever thrusting at this and that. He used to be a fencing instructor in Barcelona.
How exhausting. I didn't find it so. Then why did you give it up? I had the misfortune to kill a man of influence.
A lady was involved, I believe.
The gentleman's wife, no doubt? Just how did you mean that, senor? I'd hoped to be amusing. Have I failed? Somewhat. With me?
Oh, what are the new dance steps, Don Diego? You know them all, I suppose.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, I would so love to have you show me.
Gladly.
Inés would enjoy it more, senor.
Nonsense, my child. Dance with him.
Play El Sombrero Blanco.
Es posible, Padre mío, que yo venga a padecer y que venga a pasar trabajo por causa de una mujer. Deja que te ponga mi sombrero blanco, deja que te ponga mi sombrero azul, deja como un niño dormirte en mi brazo, deja que te cante arru, 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 arru. Deja que te ponga mi sombrero blanco, deja que te ponga mi sombrero azul, deja como un niño dormirte en mis brazos, deja que te cante arru, arru, arru.
I never dreamed dancing could be so wonderful.
I found it rather fatiguing.
If you'll excuse me, senor, I wish to retire.
So sorry.
What's got into the girl?
Who knows?
Our little dove has flown.
I don't like it.
You're not serious about this marriage. You can't be.
But, my dear, it's perfect. You and I could be seen together anywhere in Madrid without the slightest danger of gossip. Excellency, your niece is charming.
A sweet child.
May I plead with you for her hand in marriage? A refusal would crush me.
She's yours, my dear Diego, with all my blessings.
Zorro.
I have a confession to make, senorita.
Oh, please go. You'll be caught.
I must talk to you.
Padre de Dios.
Now, look here, my girl. What do you mean by running away from the man to whom I've just promised you in marriage?
You've done that without asking me?
Of course. What do you know about such things? And it's time that you understood that... Who's that?
No one.
Forgive me, my dear. I've been an old fool. You seem to know how to handle these matters much better than your Uncle Luis.
You! Don't come in here.
I have something important to say to you, and I don't want to be interrupted.
You pretending to be Zorro. I don't care to hear anything you have to say, so unlock that door and go.
I'm glad to see you took the advice I gave you in the chapel
Chapel?
about not hiding such beauty in a convent.
What did you say?
You're more lovely, more radiant than a morning in June.
Surely, I must be dreaming. You are Zorro.
Yes, Lolita. In order to accomplish what I set out to do, I've had to deceive a great many people, including you.
Yes, I see. I understand. You don't have to explain. You came here to tell me that asking to marry me was just part of the game.
Oh, no, Chiquita. No, that's the one real thing about this whole masquerade.
Oh, go quickly.
Ride with me tomorrow.
Oh, yes, but go. Diego, be careful. Yes, I'm coming. You seem upset, my dear. Have you been crying? Well, yes, I have. I understand. This marriage was your uncle's idea. The man's not at all the type for you. He's far too sophisticated. You really think so, Inez? Oh, beyond a question. I saw how he affected you tonight. My heart bled for you, my dear. When you tell Luis you'll have none of this marriage, you can count on my full support. Well, I hardly know what to say. Uncle Luis has done so much for me. But nonsense. He has no right to expect you to spoil your life. Oh, well, any marriage is better than none, I suppose. Perhaps I could learn to tolerate Diego. I do so want to please Uncle Luis. There's such a thing as carrying gratitude too far, my dear. We can't ask you to spend your life with a man you think repulsive. We'll talk of this again in the morning. Good night, my dear. Good night.
Past midnight. He's not home yet. How can you read?
It's the latest European styles. Bustles are coming in, it seems.
Bustles. What is a bustle?
Oh, it's only do bourgeois, here.
Santa Maria. Our only son in the clutches of those polecats, and you sit there, planning to decorate your...
Alejandro.
Well, there you are. Why didn't you spend the entire night with your delightful friends? What have you done about that girl? Well, how did you get out of it?
She's perfectly charming. A lovely, unspoiled child. You'll be delighted with her, Father.
I'll be delighted with her. What have you done?
Well, I've just taken the first steps toward making you a grandfather.
What? What a son you bore me.
Alliance with those terrible people. Son, why did you do it?
For the best reason in the world, Mother.
What is that?
Lolita Quintero.
She attracts you?
Oh, it's more than that. Why, from the day I first saw
I
her...
thought you hadn't met her until tonight.
Well, I did catch a glimpse of her some time ago, and,
You're concealing something from us, son. I'm sure of it.
it's time you went to bed.
Very well. But Diego, tell me as soon as you can.
I will, Mother.
What's the meaning of that?
Gonzalez was collecting taxes from a mission. A priest resisted. The fool gave him 10 lashes in the public square.
Send Gonzalez to me.
I wish I could.
What's to prevent it?
The total disappearance of Sergeant Gonzalez.
He's gone? Where?
To Hades, I hope. I'll collect the mission taxes myself from now on. teach them.
What's that? You! What's that?
Sergeant Gonzalez, Your Excellency. I think he's dead.
Dead. Dead, you say?
He's alive.
He's got a Z on his chest.
Zorro.
Padre. Ah, Jose. How is the little one?
She is well again. I brought these to give thanks to the church.
Give thanks in your heart. Buy milk for the child with this.
No, Padrecito. This is for the church. Gracias. Gracias. God bless you.
I come at precisely the right moment, it seems. I'll take that.
These are the funds of the mission, the property of the church.
Not any longer. Hand them over.
I refuse.
In that case, I shall take them. You should have been a soldier rather than a churchman. Santa Maria. No wonder you chose the church. Where'd you get this?
I'll tell you nothing. Run me through and have done with it.
No, my dear Padre. We shall presently hang you. Come on.
For the last time, if you marry that girl, you leave this house forever.
It might be rather amusing to live with the Quinteros.
Oh, if I'd only let him in Spain.
Wait till you see her, Father. She's just like this blossom.
I'll never see her, I promise you that.
La señorita Quintero.
We are not at home.
I'm at home with the senorita. Show her in.
So you defy me, too.
You're not being sensible, Alejandro.
Father, this is Lolita.
I am honored, senor.
And my mother, Chiquita.
Senor. Please forgive me, but would it be possible to see you alone for a moment, Diego?
Senorita, will you answer me one question?
Certainly, senor.
Do you want to marry my son?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I love him, senor. You are right, my son. She is like the flower. Diego. Diego, something terrible has happened. They've arrested Fray Felipe.
What?
They say he is Zorro and they're going to hang him.
Where is he now?
In the guardhouse of the barracks. Well, Diego, what can you do?
I don't know yet. Look. So far, I've only frightened your uncle. This may mean that I'll have to do more than that. Do you understand? What if that becomes necessary? Will it make any difference between us?
Sentries! Sentries! There's someone in that chair! Seize him! Diego, what are you doing here? You frightened me half out of my wits.
Oh, this is too much, really. It's distressing enough to call on my betrothed and not find her at home. Now to be manhandled by these two ruffians.
Leave us. Leave us.
Where is Lolita, Excellency? No one seems to know.
Oh, riding, driving, walking. What does a young girl do?
Am I to understand that my betrothed is allowed to wander about the countryside without a dueña? I protest, Your Excellency. I protest strongly.
I can't discuss that now. Do you know this Zorro had an accomplice? A priest.
What?
We arrested him today.
No.
And another horrible thing happened to me this morning. Sergeant Gonzalez was beaten half to death by this Zorro. He shoved him over the wall right before my eyes.
Frightful. But after all, it was harder on Gonzalez.
Please, this is no time for jesting. Perhaps that madman is lurking on the grounds right now. What shall I do? What shall I do? I offer rewards and nothing happens.
Well, he may change his mind about you. Those creatures usually do, I believe. He may decide to cut the throat of someone else.
But you always talk of throat cutting.
Oh, thoughtless of me. What you need is a drop of brandy, Excellency.
Brandy. Yes, yes, brandy. It's gone. I'm surrounded by idiots. Stupid servants. Stupid soldiers.
You know, I admire you tremendously. Your courage, your fortitude. Why, a weaker man would forget his civic duty and get away from all this.
You rang, Your Excellency?
Yes, brandy.
On the desk, Your Excellency.
It's not on the desk. Bring some.
Well, a situation of this sort would wreck my constitution in a week. And then I haven't the iron nerve of Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, come quickly. Something has happened in this cellar.
Come, you, follow me.
Look, Your Excellency.
Zorro. Here in the cellar, right below my study. Look, here's his trail. It goes this way. It ends here. Couldn't have gone through the wall. He's not human. He's... Like my way out of here. Quick! Diego. You were right. You were right. I'll leave this cursed place. I'll do as he asks. Pen, paper.
Your Excellency.
A man should consider his wife. Inez has gone crazy over the idea of Madrid. She's been at me night and day to take her there. This should do it. This should suit that maniac. Look it over.
That's very direct. But you forgot to sign.
Sign what? My resignation, Esteban. This Zorro will kill me if I stay.
You may escape him, but I will surely kill you if you write me more of these.
But Esteban, I'm in danger. Grave danger. Diego here will bear me out.
You're in even greater danger than he thinks. So you tried to get gold out of the country, did you? If you ever again take one peso of mine, I'll cut your throat from ear to ear.
I must please ask you to change the subject. His Excellency objects to talk of throat cutting.
Quiet, you popinjay. I've no reason to letting you live either.
What a pleasant coincidence. I feel exactly the same way about you, Capitan.
You wouldn't care to translate that feeling into action, would you?
I might be tempted. If I had a weapon.
Would you?
Now, please, gentlemen. No, this is going much too far.
It's only to serve you, Excellency.
Ha! You have a champion, Luis. And what a champion.
Now, gentlemen. Diego. Esteban.
What?
Esteban.
I'll make it short and save you fatigue.
Esteban. Sentries! Sentries!
No interference, Excellency, please.
We have a hero with us.
Are you all right, Diego?
Ask the Capitan.
Get out, get out.
fancy clown.
The captain's blade is not so firm.
Still firm enough to run you through.
I needed that scratch to awaken me.
He's dead. Well, he's been troublesome lately. And you killed him, Diego.
Your Excellency, secret stairway from the cellar. We just discovered.
A secret stairway. Leading here.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Good. Very good. Excellent. You shall be rewarded. Sentries! Sentries! Keep that man covered. Take him to the guardhouse and lock him in a cell. The strongest cell you have.
Why arrest me, Excellency?
For 3 reasons. First, you have mud from the cellar on your boots. Second, that secret stairway happens to be in your old home. And third, you handle a sword like a devil from hell. And that's exactly where you're going, Senor Zorro.
That's a pretty way to treat your future nephew, Uncle Luis.
No more of your wit. Take him away. You, Morales. Send the officer of the day to me. I want all caballeros and all peons summoned here at once.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
All caballeros of the district are requested to report at the alcalde's residence immediately.
At the cellar? Ridiculous.
The alcalde's orders, senor.
Sergeant, assemble your men for firing squad duty.
But why did they arrest Diego? I don't know. Luis won't tell me. He must have lost his mind. Come in.
His Excellency requests you ladies to stay in your rooms tonight.
Why?
I cannot say, Senora. I was ordered to tell you.
Oh, yes.
Good evening.
Why are we meeting here, Senor Vega?
What do you know about this, Alejandro? Nothing. I was forced to come here like the rest of you.
Must be up to something.
Good evening, senores. It's a pleasure to see you here.
Get to the point. Why have you dragged us out of our homes at this hour?
To witness a delightful spectacle, my good Vega. You will find it particularly interesting. I'm executing a caballero at midnight.
What caballero?
Who is it? He is the man you selected from among you to defy me, to prey upon me, to threaten my life. I brought you here to see him die as a lesson to the lot of you.
I, for one, don't know what you're talking about.
Nor I. You almost convinced me. Too bad you're about to lose the best actor among you. But in a few moments, you'll see your precious Zorro shot.
There. Oh, Padre. Now observe very closely. Watch the candle. Blow. You should really see something worthwhile, like changing a copper coin into solid gold.
Can you do that?
The good Padre here has seen me do it many times. It was a secret discovered by Merlin in the 11th century. Been handed down through a long line of sorcerers and magicians to some of us living today.
You can change a centavo into gold.
Oh, easily.
Please, senor, do that for me, eh?
Oh, I'm very weary. I must seek repose.
Oh, senor, I had a wife and 7 children, and the little iron, they ain't enough for them. Please make gold for them, and they'll pray for you, please.
Well, if I must, I must. Now, hold the centavo in your closed fist.
Oh, sí, senor, gracias.
Tightly now.
Sí, senor.
Now, put your fist well through the bars.
Oh, sí, senor.
Cold iron will spoil everything. Now, I take your fist gently, like this.
Oh, senor. Oh,
Now, open the door.
oh, sí, senor.
Keep quiet. Come on now. See, senor. Now, get it. Get out of it there. Put it to the wall. Be quick about it. and I'll sound it out. Close the door, Padre. Hide this in your robe. Stand.
And now, senores, you will behold the result of your rebellious plans. Come in. Here is Zorro the fox, safely trapped.
Diego, what is this?
Hola, senores.
What idiotic joke is this?
As if you didn't know.
Luis Quintero, you're a fool. Zorro was a man. This is my worthless trick-playing offspring.
Have you seen this one, Father?